I genuinely think if I'd have done your challenge, I would have died. So.
I mean, funny thing is, you're the one who's probably going to die from your challenge. I say funny, it's actually tragic. So,
welcome to the Drip Podcast, live from 30 East Drive. Kind of. It's live for us. It's not live for you, but you know, audio listeners have got to apologise just in case it's a little bit echoey in here. But this is a 70-year-old building. Very haunted, most haunted in Europe.
70-year-old.
17-year-old building. No, 70. It was 1950s, wasn't it? I'm sure this was built in the 1950s when I was looking at the history. Remember the mic, guys. We've only got two mics. We're trying to establish how to do a live pod from a location. But I believe this building was 70 years old when I read it. So, yeah, just attacking my history.
Gaslighting you.
That's it. We're all very tired. We've been here for 16 hours. It was a great investigation. It was absolutely awesome. This will have a lot of spoilers in it, okay? So, because this is going out after the investigation has come out. I just want to address for the video watchers. Hello, all the way over there. If you're watching us from the corner of the room, because it's the only way I could get all five of us in the shot.
From 28 East Drive is where you're watching us.
Yeah. But yeah, we've done the investigation. It was very good. We did the challenges, the Duties Demon Dares, which I feel like added a lot of fear back into the investigations, which is absolutely awesome. So yeah, we all did our own individual challenges, which were very scary.
I've got black lung.
I was then going to say,
all I can feel is just tight chest all the time.
I was then about to say, I think that Maya now has a lung disease from that coal shed because the mould on the roof of that
is
so
bad.
I sat in there today. There's a little behind the scenes. I don't know if you can tell by the shirt I'm wearing, but the challenges like overlay we filmed today. And I sat in there to film Maya's coal hole bit for about, I'd say, 15 seconds. And just the foist was just so extreme. It was so foisty. But let's go round and talk about our highlights, I guess, from the investigation, our personal highlights. Let's start at the end and make our way down.
Look at me with a mic.
That's it.
So official.
How did you find it? I'm going to pass this over to Lozzie.
It's always really difficult because the day after the investigation, like if you look back at the Ram video when you're interviewing us the next morning, the reactions are quite tame. But then if you were to ask me about what the Ram was like now, I'd be like, oh my God, it was a crazy investigation. So it's always difficult the next day because you forget everything.
So basically, this pod is a shit idea.
No. But what I'm saying is I can't remember everything that happened last night. But once it's all compiled down into the video, as the people that are watching this now will have seen, but just for the main takeaway from me was the Estes methods again. They were just outrageous, and I think that's very largely what we got last time as well. Was really, really good Estes methods. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to hearing them back, especially mine, because obviously don't know what happened, but I know some of the stuff that I said. Like, for example, the you will die in hospital or something. What did I say?
you'll die, bitch.
You'll die, bitch, and in hospital. Yeah, from fucking black lung. No, that was in mine.
I think you got a good point though. Like because obviously we've been here for 16 hours. That is a lot to take in. We've done pretty much non-stop. We've had like little 10-minute, 15-minute like tea breaks, but it's a lot to take in over a short amount of time. So it does kind of get a little bit overwhelming, and you are just exhausted, aren't you? You're drained. Yeah. Then the next morning we're like, well, yeah, it was fun. We did have a good time, honestly. But we're drained. Like, even though we did sleep this time, we did get a little bit more energy back. It is very draining being here, but I do think, obviously I haven't seen the edit yet, but you guys can tell us in the comments. I do think this topped the first one, in my opinion. I think this one has got, it has the potential to.
Oh, yeah. actually. Yeah, definitely. Thinking back to little bits, like, for example, your demon dare with the shadow. Fuck that.
Your demon dare, we can't do it because I think it would be too harsh because obviously it's a challenge. But I feel like if we did every Estes method the way yours was, I think it would be fucking gnarly because it just added an entire new layer of fear and you know, being alone up there, as I can attest to from my challenge, is fucking horrible.
Why don't we do one?
Yeah, well, we can always have that as a challenge now, so that can be an established challenge, for sure, because it's just, oh man, it just added so much, and I just thought it was it made it even more epic when we asked a question and we get an answer through, because although we use the sound cancelling headphones and you got the loud spirit box in your ears and stuff, you know, to have a question answered on a different level of a building in a different room is just another sort of like extra holy shit sort of thing, I'd say.
Not knowing what was going on, like, because obviously we could hear, and I'm really excited to see if these are picked up on Bailey's camera or from our camera down here, but we could hear speaking in the room with you when you weren't speaking, and it wasn't your voice because your voice came
Different
through
pitch.
so much louder. So weird.
Sorry, for the video listeners can see what we're doing. The audio can't. We've actually got two microphones. We're using a Zoom with two ports, and there's 5 of us, so we're having to pass the mic around. So bear with us. But yeah, it was so weird because obviously you have quite a baritone, bassy voice, which kind of cuts through the woodwork.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very structurally sound.
No,
There and here.
and you can tell when you were speaking for 2 reasons. One, because it was coming through like a second later on the walkie-talkie. Apart from, I think when we went and checked the landing, because you saw something, which is incredibly fucking creepy. As we were coming back in, Maya, I think before we shut the door, you heard him say like, "Oh, I just got chills all over my body," and that didn't come through the walkie-talkie.
No, I was saying that to the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So what I'm saying is, we could tell when you were talking,
Yeah.
and there was like this. It was like a, I don't know, it wasn't like a high pitch like a child, but it was definitely a woman's voice. I'd say it was like a middle-aged kind of woman's voice.
Probably similar to what it would sound like if I was talking upstairs.
Yeah, kind of talking in tandem. Apart from you're not middle-aged, but talking in tandem with you. It was very, very, very creepy. It was very creepy.
I think that challenge, obviously I made it 10 times worse for myself. I mean, I did have it pretty much of a doddle, but then I was like, why don't we just like fucking 10x this bitch
Yeah.
and just throw it into the fire? But
And I'll do it.
yeah, I'll do it as well. Fuck it. Let's just do it. Fucking put a bag on my head as well. Let's go all out.
Yeah.
And leave.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think
What's
it's
the
one of
range
them-
on these walkie-talkies? 3 miles.
Well.
Go for it.
I think that is definitely an experience all of you need to experience.
Yeah.
Because although obviously you're very used to SS methods, we've done them plenty of times before, it does add an entire new layer. Because,
And I don't know if like the whole being blindfolded is supposed to be sensory deprivation, or so you can't lip read what the people in the room are saying to you.
True.
Because I feel like, or you weren't blindfolded, but that just added so much more because you were taking in so much of your surroundings. But obviously you couldn't take in the questions because you couldn't hear us.
No.
And
Yeah, I think the blindfold is kind of a mix of both, but it's primarily so that you can't see that your people are asking questions, because then naturally you'll see they've finished a question and then look for an answer.
absolutely.
So even if you can't lip read, but you'll be able to know they've just asked a question.
Yeah.
it went off like I was looking out the door a lot, and then I was looking in the mirror as well because I was obviously sitting next to the dressing table.
Yeah.
So I was looking in the mirror as well, obviously being told plenty of times, don't look in the mirror, so obviously I'm going to look in the mirrors. But after I see whatever was out, or whatever I thought I saw, or whatever I did see, I was just completely fixated on that door for
Yeah.
the rest of the Estes method, just trying to figure something out. But that was 5p 2p moment.
Yeah. I just, it's so weird because obviously you'll have seen the investigation. You guys not yet, but as in when this is out, you'll have seen it. And when I was doing my challenge, I sat in that exact same chair, and I don't know if it was the light in my eyes was then like, you know, making shit happen in my eyes, but I kept seeing something in my peripheral in that exact same doorway, which was really weird from the exact same POV. So
And
yeah.
also, I just remembered this as well. During the Estes method, it was telling us that it was standing in the bathroom, which is obviously where that shadow was coming from.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
And on my challenge, when I walked from the room at the end, that's not Philip's room, the other one. I walked from there to the bathroom. As I walked from there across that landing, literally where you would have seen the shadow figure and where I was seeing something in my periphery, the EMF went to red, and I got the like scare of my life. Like my heart rate jumped through the fucking roof. So yeah, that landing is very, seems to be a little hotbed for this investigation, which is very, very, very strange. But yeah, obviously I kicked off with my challenge, the 30 East Drive away, where you all left me again, just like the maid said. But at least this time you were coming back.
And we were just as scared as you, having to walk around Newton.
Yeah, to be fair, Pontefract, no disrespect, but you know, this is a scary place. I mean, with the fact that we were told to lock ourselves in so that people don't come in is a concern. And obviously, this is, you know, a little bit of a hotbed for people to come and see, which I totally understand. I would do the same if there was a haunted building near where I lived, and I knew that YouTubers came here. I would keep turning up until I met Daz Game. So, yeah, it's completely understandable. But we didn't actually have that this time, which was nice. We just had a very petrified Domino's driver, which I'm sure Scott will talk about in a minute. But yeah, it was really cool. You know, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Again, I don't want to fixate too much on the challenges, but I do just feel like it just brought back the fear for me. Because what was the investigation? We did one like towards the tail end of last year, and that certainly wasn't the fucking maid's head. But I just remember like I felt like my heart rate didn't raise above like relaxed, because I just felt like we just got so used to it, you know. So introducing the challenges has been great. It's very much the same as when I started the YouTube channel and I was doing purely horror games. All I was doing was horror games. And when I first started doing it, you know, I was playing things like Amnesia, Eerie and things like that, and I would scream at every single jump scare. And then after about 8 to 10 videos, I just wasn't reacting anymore because I just got used to playing scary games. And I think the same can happen. So you have to push the boat out with the you know, what your comfort zone, because otherwise we would have just come in here, you know, and I think just coasted it really. So yeah, the challenges are an absolute state. And if you have any suggestions for some cool challenges, please do let us know in the comments, or if you want to jump over to the patreon.com/Studio Rhino for as little as £1 a month. We've got a live chat there, and all the behind the scenes and early access and exclusive content like exclusive podcasts, reaction videos, stuff like that. So
Rating Scott's meals
from the Airbnb,
Doing the song challenges.
Just lots of like, you know,
That's an hour video.
bonus content, yeah, of us and, you know, what we do behind the scenes. So yeah, if you want to check that out and also give your suggestions, that'd be absolutely awesome. But yeah, I'm, you know, buzzing to be here, even though I probably don't sound like I'm tired, mainly because Scott Bailey and Lozzie snore.
Right, you snore just as bad, and it's so funny
I
that
weren't
you keep bringing it up.
I weren't snoring when I was awake, tell you that much. Tell you that much for
I
free.
swear to God, you also fell asleep within, I'm not kidding,
Not true.
15 seconds.
Not true.
It's so funny because you did this when we went to
Slander.
the Ram as well, because obviously that was just me and you staying in a room together. So I was devastated when I was on my own. You I immediately fell asleep, and then I made the joke to the room because no one else was asleep yet, because you just immediately started snoring, and you just woke up and went, shut up, and then went back to sleep. And I was like,
Misogyny.
you were snoring.
Not true. Loz, you got any comments?
I mean, I think you were snoring at one point. Look, all I'm saying was I had to put my headphones into noise cancelling mode at some point. I'm not saying who it was, but I was watching videos and I was like, I can hear someone snoring over the loudness of the video.
I apologise, Loz. I do apologise. You don't have to sugarcoat it.
Well, I was trying to be diplomatic, but it was Bailey.
Yeah. It's tragic. I do apologise for everyone, and that is the scariest thing for me coming to these investigations, knowing that I'm going to have to share a room with you guys and probably keep you up all night. So I am sorry.
The only person I didn't hear snore was Lozzie, so I don't think Lozzie went to sleep.
You can't snore when you're awake.
I don't think I went to sleep for longer than half an hour.
Right, I've had this before. Do you, you know, the Atma camping challenge?
Yeah.
When you had your tin foil crisp packet, and you were like, I didn't sleep for more than 10 minutes, mate. I was listening to you snore for about 3 hours straight.
Right, that challenge, I do think I went to sleep, but for not very long. What was the forest that we went to again?
Daring Woods.
I was going to say Rendlesham. We didn't camp there. That time, I didn't sleep for more than like an hour.
I slept fantastic.
And he was outside. Anyway, do you want a review of Ant-Man?
Oh, there's a throwback.
Throwback. But yeah, I think I know you said not to go on too much about the challenges, but I think it's like a shiny, newish thing that's a good feature we should talk about. And I would just like to point out, although Bailey's one was disgusting and it was his own, architectural mind that kind of drove that into being, but he also did make mine slightly worse.
I did do that.
With absolutely no backup, nothing like, here's the facts. He just went, red strobing lights.
Yeah, it will look better.
It's actually going to look better for the video because you might see more stuff through the little gaps in the Hessian bag. So, disgusting. It was disgusting. It's a bit disorientating as well. I will just say as well, I thought we agreed that you were going to be quiet upstairs, and I can't imagine a more stampeding noise of people upstairs. I referenced it several times. Obviously, you've already watched it. I was like, if that is not them, I'm all right.
Still.
I'm literally just sat here going, well, they're obviously doing something up there, or they're getting murdered or something. But yeah, that was pretty rank. Sit in the chair just with a Hessian bag on. Also, top tip: if you are ever in the situation where you've got a bag over your head, breathe through your nose.
Yeah.
Moisture.
I started breathing through my mouth. I will admit, for a period of my life, I was a mouth breather.
Oh, no.
And that period is now.
That's over. Because now I need to survive, adapt and overcome. So yeah, because you get too much moisture build up in the bag. If you breathe through your nose, you're all right. And you filter the air through your nose.
It's true.
That's it. That's how they survived Chernobyl.
Is that?
No. Public service announcement. Breathe through your nose, you'll be all right.
Safety from nuclear warfare.
It's only radiation. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, but I think overall it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Bailey made it slightly worse, but then he did, meet his semi-demise by making his worse.
Yeah, it's not like I just threw you under the bus. At least we jumped in front of it together. Do you know what I mean?
I genuinely think if I'd have done your challenge, I would have died. So.
I mean, the funny thing is, you're the one who's probably going to die from your challenge. I say funny, it's actually tragic. So.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Oh dear. I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, fuck that.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I must admit I'm not looking forward to editing your challenge because much like the viewer, I'm sure, watching it, and this may well happen. Well, I don't know yet because I haven't edited it. The strobe goes like red, pitch black, red, pitch black, and it's just like the next time that goes red, if there's something stood behind him, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, SLS.
And the SLS.
I referenced that several times. I don't know what the laptop's like, but there were points where I was going like, and I was like, what? It's just recording a video. What's going on?
Is there any chat? Because I know that your laptop's a little bit dated now that you use for the SLS. Is there any? Can we download the software onto my laptop?
We can definitely try it. We can definitely try it. I mean, everything that I've seen before, it needed to be Windows 8. So
The room just catches fire because the fan is on the floor. And it's getting a bit fucking hot in here.
yeah, to be fair.
The best thing is I won't be able to tell the difference between the flames and the fucking light.
Yeah, to put it for the just for the audience out there, just to put it into perspective. If you've ever had a PlayStation 4 from day one and still use it to this day, times it by 12. That's pretty much how the laptop goes.
You can't actually hear Lozzie at any point during this challenge. It's just...
Worst thing about it, you can't even lip read because you've got a fucking bag on his head.
So I didn't say this out loud, but in the back of my mind I was like, why is that? Can that now see two people on the screen? Is that why it's now going mental? Is it trying to process?
Well, they were using the energy, mate.
That's it.
They had to ramp up the power
Fucking
for
hell,
it.
they needed it.
Jesus. No energy. Tired. Low power.
Yeah. Was there anything else that stood out for you, Loz? Don't know if you can hear me, guys.
I'd say, I mean, obviously Scott will talk about his if he wants to. Obviously, I'm not saying you have to, Scott. But yours, out of all of them, I think sounded not that bad until you did it. And I was like, do you know what? I think I might have just been par with the mould. So, what do you think, Scott?
So I think because mine was towards the end, we'd kind of drummed up a bit of action upstairs,
Very true.
which during the Estes method seemed to keep pointing towards the bathroom as well, which wasn't great. But
Also true.
Generally, I don't think it was too bad because, again, it was kind of contained to the bathroom, which isn't too bad a room. Bath's quite comfy, would recommend. Generally, obviously the latch is potentially the weirdest thing.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking mental, to be honest, because that door was still shut when we came upstairs, and you can hear 100%. I totally agree with you on that EVP. Something fucking opened upstairs twice.
We tested it as well.
Yeah, and that was not going anywhere. Sorry, Marge said we tested it just in case you couldn't hear us. Sorry, I've stolen their microphone.
So
We tested it as well.
Oh.
So yeah, obviously from the bath, there wasn't much of a view of that door. I could see the hinges, and that was it. And trying to work out if it was open from there without actually getting out of the bath was kind of...
Yeah. To be fair, it's one of those ones as well because it might not have even been that door. It could have just been like one of the handles on any of the other doors as well. So, but it is strange how you heard it twice and we go out there and the door's closed. So it could suggest that the door was open and then closed. But it is very hideous. But it's also interesting to see what the audio sounds like because we haven't heard obviously the edit yet. We obviously do keep saying it. You have, but we haven't. What it sounded like on the camera, on the mic on that one to see. Obviously, is a better quality microphones to see where it maybe work out where it came from. But
yeah, that's going to be interesting to hear it from multiple angles and perspectives.
There's also an interesting moment, Scott. I think a moment of realisation for you because obviously you did, in my opinion, possibly the best Estes method I've ever sat through. So then, wanted to get other people on the Estes. We switched the challenges around. And I think initially you were like, yes, dodging a bullet here. This is great because, Bailey's making it a lot worse. And then it dawned on you that you would have to lay in the bath by yourself. How's that?
Yeah, again, not great. I think you've all said being upstairs alone isn't great.
It's just not.
It's just not a fun experience, and it was a lot of that. Again, you can't really see or hear in the other rooms,
Mm-hmm.
so it is kind of a but you do hear creaking. I think I said during the thing I was hearing noises behind me that I was putting down to Carol, and then when you guys came upstairs and went, that's the other side.
The behind you was outside.
Yeah, I was hearing footsteps behind me.
That's grim.
And it's kind of like, that's on the roof.
Yeah, and there was a lot, if I remember correctly, from the Estes methods, there was a lot of behind and stuff like that.
Classic.
Yeah, but no, you did great. And I tell you what, mate, fair play to you for not running away when you heard the door latches or whatever that may have been.
Yeah, because
that would have been testy.
I was close to just look at
No, fair play, mate, 100%. See what your next challenge is next time.
Oh.
That's it. Is there a bathtub? Maybe this could be your thing. Maybe you could be bath man.
Bath man. I am the bath bomb.
The drip bath bomb. But yeah, no, I think we all did great on the challenges. When I was doing my challenge, I kept, because obviously I was all alone, and what I do when I'm alone, not even when I'm scared, is I talk to myself. Like when I went a couple of years ago, I went to Dubai for a summit thing, create a summit thing, and I was alone for 4 days, apart from when I was obviously at the summit. And I was walking around and I went and saw the Burj Khalifa and that, and bearing in mind obviously there's people everywhere, and I'm just walking there, I'm like, oh wow, that's a really, really tall building out loud around people. So I talk to myself anyway, but what I was doing, which you guys haven't seen yet, is I was like asking for communication. So I was like, if there's anything here with me, if you could do a knock or a creak or, you know, say something on the microphone, I will be petrified and I probably will run away, but honestly, deep down, know that I do appreciate it. Like, because I was like, I know that if this happens, I'm fucking gone, you know. But I don't want to offend you, because this is at the same time what I'm asking for. Because ghosts probably, if they exist, probably get that as well. It's like, oh, you know, knock 3 times if you're here, and then they're like, all right then, boom, 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 and they're like, ah! And then they run away, and it's like, well, fine, I won't fucking do that again then, you know. Because you sort of be careful what you wish for. But yeah, the 30 East drive away was absolutely hideous. Yeah, I mean, what else is there to talk about throughout the evening? What was your highlight? Mine was what was that? Oh, it's a bit breezy. Windy. Mine was Scott's Estes. Let's come back down the line. Scott, what was yours?
I mean, a few of the Esteses were very good. I think I liked Bailey's the most through the walkie-talkie. I think because it was, like you say, something new. It was very different, and hearing responses to questions that are being asked in a different location is really weird.
Yeah, definitely.
I liked Scott's Estes because there were points where I genuinely feel as if all we had to do was just say, put the fucking headphones on, Scott, start the sweep, and say hello, and then do this. Yeah. Because there were points where we weren't even asking questions, and Scott was just reeling off loads of shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that for content wise, that's great.
Yeah, that's what you want. I mean, yeah, someone
Just
doing the
turn
job for you.
up, stick the headphones on, sweep, bang. But yeah,
It was like entities having conversations with each other, and we were just in the room, chilling.
Yeah.
we did get that on most of the Estes. It felt like there was more than one person.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, Scott made a good point, especially with yours, because obviously yours, you know, didn't really have much going on with it, but it kind of felt like questions were getting ignored because they weren't a spirit, or if it was a spirit, it wasn't a spirit that was communicating with us. We were listening in on a conversation. That's why we weren't getting much from it, and the answers weren't being given because we were just listening to a back and forth between somebody else. And yeah, yours was weird that way. It was
Mine.
Yeah, yours was weird that way.
Mine in my head was like, I swear I got like fucking 7 words in a 20-minute period.
Yeah, it wasn't like,
it was so weird.
It wasn't full packed, but there were, the things you were saying were weird. But then so like you were answering. It sounded like you was answering a question or asking a question, and then you'd answer it yourself or reply back with another question.
Oh.
And it was a weird sort of back and forth that you was having with yourself. That's why we didn't pull you out, because we wanted to see where it was going.
Also,
And then
you were like weirdly, the way that you were speaking was really weird. Like you would, yeah, okay. So it's very possible that you don't remember what you were saying in the Estes method.
I would honestly say there was 3 points where I nearly fell asleep. Yeah. So you could take that as you lazy bastard, or isn't you know, like hypnosis? Don't you get into like there's like a layer between being awake and asleep?
yeah.
Maybe I was. If I watched this back and I was like having a full blown back and forth with you guys,
You said a lot.
You did.
I would honestly say I said 7 words maximum.
I would say probably closer to 70 to 100.
No fucking.
No way. It wasn't that much.
50?
I'd say 20.
No.
Yeah, I'd say a word a minute.
A word a minute.
Yeah.
Nah, I honestly thought there was like a
Way more
solid
than that.
10-minute period where I was like, they're gonna get pulled me out any minute now because I hadn't said anything in about fucking 8 minutes. I can't hear anything.
I swear it was like 15, 20 minutes, the Estes method. How long did we do it for? It felt like we were doing it for ages.
The best thing is what you'll see in the video. If this makes the cut, and Jordan, you'll obviously see it because you're editing it. We just left you. Went downstairs for 10 minutes. No, we didn't really.
30-ish drive away, part 2.
Just hovering above the bed.
There were points where you were mocking. It felt like you were mocking us for trying to engage.
Yeah,
in
that was
Estes.
quite good. Yeah.
Like at one point you said, "You fools" or "You fool."
Yeah.
I think Scott
that was after I'd gone downstairs.
Yeah. But it just seemed like you wanted to communicate just to tell us how shit we were.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, that's what it felt like. It was like, give me energy so we can really tell you how shit you are.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want to communicate? You're shit.
There was a point where we were asking you to basically communicate with us, and then we got the most sarcastic boo through.
You
And
just
it
went,
was like,
boo.
Also, and this could have just been because I had nearly fallen asleep, so at that point I was a bit tired. But I'm going to shift it to paranormal because I was a little bit 7% grumpy when I come out of that, and I think I was possessed by an angry demon.
I mean, I think
Do you get possessed every day?
Oh.
there was a lot in this investigation. There was a lot of energy seemingly being drained. Like we went through multiple batteries that should have lasted significantly longer than they did.
Very true. Very fucking true. I charged all of those batteries to full, and we went through 3. And you got to think, all right, on an investigation like this, where I used to have 1 battery for the Panasonic, we would have to stop for about an hour so that we could recharge it. But that would mean 2 batteries. Also, we used the G7X quite a bit as well. For that to use 3 batteries in total, also one was 100% fresh, and then we did one thing that took like 15 minutes, and it died. Yeah. What? That makes no sense.
Half dead.
No.
Like no battery left.
Yeah, and that, do you know what? That is one of the glaring pieces of what I would call tangible evidence that not only do we get, but paranormal investigators get all the time, and it's always just ignored, is battery drain. Because it makes no fucking sense at all that they drain so fucking fast. And like I said before, and I'll give the mic to Mara in just a second, when I've done videos in the past using this camera, you know, all right, they're like 10, 15, 20-minute recordings at a time, but I would charge this camera once every fucking 4 to 5 weeks, and yet we come to a haunted location and we film for a 20, 25-minute segment, which would be no different to the period of time where I'm reciting a true crime case or something, and it dies. Surely there is cause and effect there, you know? Just saying. Yes, Mike, please.
No, the point's gone now.
No, Mike.
Point's gone now. Point's gone. Point's gone. Point's gone.
What was it? I was mid-point. Domestic. Joking. We're joking.
What? No, I think the reason why battery evidence generally gets, like, batteries dying evidence generally gets chalked up to not taken that seriously is because there's no proof that people charged it up. But obviously, we know. Yeah. So I think that's generally why people say that. It's like, well, did you not just forget to charge your batteries? But we know. We filmed it yesterday or day before yesterday where we put everything on charge. Yeah, so... Patreon exclusive.
Yes.
That's it. So...
Let's give this one to the skeptic. Lozzie, what do you think about the batteries? Come on.
No,
and obviously be as impartial as you need to be.
Oh, you want me to be impartial? Okay, right. I was going to say I didn't see him charge batteries once.
Oh,
I'm just saying. Now, look.
It helps if you turn the switch on when you're charging stuff, doesn't it?
I don't know what is the best way to charge things. Oh, shit. Right? No,
who's paying you?
Just said
Are you paid off by the government?
What's the government got to do with batteries?
Because you're dismissing my evidence.
Look, you Les. Look. No. Right. You said you didn't charge the batteries. You could leave it for 4 to 5 weeks.
Before?
Yeah. But what I'm saying is there might be a period of time where you charge the battery up, and if you leave it weeks on weeks on weeks before you charge it up next, does it
what, the battery gets battle hardened?
It degrades.
I'm sorry, you're going the other way.
That's it, degrades. What? It's got what's this fucking RPG is playing or something?
I wonder where you were going with it.
I've got skill points, so I'm going to put them into battle hardened. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I know there are batteries
there could be
that
degradation.
Do that. There are batteries that do that. These are lithium. I don't know about lithium batteries.
You don't want to burn them.
But in the scooter trade,
the
lead acid batteries, if you leave them for weeks on end without charging them, they go to shit.
All right, I've got an idea. Thank you very much. I have an idea. Why don't, when we get home, fully charge up a battery, film it, press record, see how long it lasts at home.
Yeah.
Put it on Patreon.
You can watch me film my wall whilst we test. No, yeah, that's a great idea. We'll test it. We'll see what happens. How long have we been going for, Scott?
About 37 minutes.
Because I hate to say it, I really need the toilet.
Yeah. I can hear your belly.
I'm growling.
I thought he'd already went.
That's it. Can you smell it? But no, listen. I think we'll round up here because we do need to leave shortly. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the investigation. We'll be doing another one very, very soon. I'm really fancying a haunted hotel. Yeah. So let's do a haunted hotel. And what we'll do is we'll get a couple of rooms so that we don't have to all sneak into the haunted room and then all kind of leave mysteriously. Like we did with, what was that one in Thetford?
The Bell.
The Bell, yeah. Well, that was a bit dodgy because we rented the room, but you're only allowed 2 people, and then we snuck everyone in, and then we had to sneak out again.
I hid under the bed. Yes. I hid under the bed.
And then we pretended that we were going to the airport the next day.
Oh, that was awful.
I was really sweet, and I feel terrible about lying to him because he was like, "What did he say about how excited he was for us to go on holiday or something?"
I think you said a location that he'd been to, and he was like, "Oh yeah."
I'm really sorry.
Don't lie. It's the moral of this podcast. Yeah? If you don't lie, hit that like button. If you do lie, hit that like button. Leave us 5 stars on Spotify. You know it makes sense. Right. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Apologies for the audio and video. Obviously, this is on I was going to say on set. It's not. It's on location. That's the word I was looking for. So... That's it. But yeah, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Check out the Patreon. Check out the audio if you watch. Check out the video if you listen. And we'll see you very soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.